Greetings, this is Kenyatta Auset, and this is the wealth reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody, so take what resonates with you, try to leave the rest for somebody else. These are new cards, so bear with me as I shuffle them. If you like to fast forward through the shuffle and get to where I laid the spread, you're more than welcome to. I'm making some progress, especially since my other videos, starting with Aries, the cards are starting to get broken in. These cards are the cards, Lord Ganesh cards. Lord Ganesh is actually a god of prosperity. It's also a god that will remove obstacles or place obstacles in your way to teach you a lesson. And when I say teach you a lesson, I'm not talking about to punish you, but to teach you something to help you mature and grow and expand in your spirituality. You know, our focus is here on this earth is to expand our souls, to grow, and to evolve. When we do that, then we are able to become better vessels for the universe, gods, goddesses, whatever you want to call the creating energy, to expand through us and to continue to grow also. Okay. Yeah, almost there. Alrighty. All right. So, just to give you an idea of the placements, this is the energy of where you are, the energy coming in, the obstacle, the advice, the outcome. All right. So what I see here, Sagittarius, is you're in a place where you're opening your capacity to love. One thing that people do not understand, I feel like, or respect about Sagittarius is that Sagittarius have big hearts and they love really, really deeply. Okay. Now, as Sagittarius, you do love yourself very deeply too. You like your freedom. You like to do what you want to do. You like to move to your own tune, but it doesn't mean that you don't love others or you don't love others deeply. Okay, you guys have big hearts. You get heartbroken very easily, which is why you're very careful. All right, I'm speaking in general. So how does this tie into, your wealth reading? How does this tie into your prosperity? The thing is the more we tap into our heart space, the more we allow ourselves to love, the more we allow ourselves to be open. Okay, we're not resistant. We allow ourselves to expand. Okay, we meet God in the heart. All right, and when we're working with the gods, when we're working with God, specifically Lord Ganesh, a prosperity God, when you open your heart, you're allowing yourself to meet God also in your heart, and then allowing God to work in your heart space and then be a blessing to other people and expand to other people. All right. We aren't blessed just to keep it for ourselves. We are blessed to be able to share it with other people. All right. Also, when you allow yourself to expand in the capacity of love, it expands the love for what it is that you are passionate about and what it is that you do, which is the gifts and your purpose and what you bring here to the earth. And even if you don't know what it is, you do know what you like to do. You do know what you enjoy to do. All of us have something that we like to do that helps others in some form or fashion. Okay, it looks different for each of us, but we all like to help each other in our own unique ways. That is a capacity to love. That is a love space to be able to help somebody and to be able to create or manifest or create or manifest in the space of giving to others. Okay, so let's break that down. It's very general. I'm speaking general because it's a general reading. More specifically, doing a job that you love, okay, allows you to have more capacity to love to those you're servicing, to those you're working with. Starting a business that you love allows you to have more capacity to pour into your products and service, which then pours into your customers, and you expand your capacity to love. Okay. So this is the energy space that you're in. You're opening your space, your heart, you're opening your space to have a capacity to love. Now, to have the capacity to love takes strength, it takes courage. Okay. And I say courage, and courage is actually coming up here in the spread is in your vice placement, but I'll get to that. But if you see this picture, it's Ganesha's trunk, and his trunk is very strong. He uses this trunk to do a lot of things. Elephants use this trunk to grab things that are up high, to feed themselves. It is used, okay, frequently. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets, right? So your capacity to love makes you stronger, okay? When you exercise your heart, you make your heart stronger. A lot of times we go through the world and we may be heartbroken, and what we do is we build a wall up to protect our heart. But your heart is a muscle, and the more that you allow it to get stronger, the stronger it will be. Okay, you won't take things personal. You won't take it to heart, where your heart won't be as easily broken. But it doesn't mean block your heart, because when you build up a wall, not only are you keeping people out from hurting it, but you're keeping yourself from receiving love. All right. So when you expand your capacity to love, guess what? The law of attraction, law of vibration says, what you are, you attract. So then you begin to attract love to yourself too. All right. So this is a very powerful place to be in, and a very powerful place to be in terms of wealth. Okay. And I want you to understand wealth can come in many forms and fashions, not just in the form of money, but it can come in a wealth of good health. Having a capacity to love and being in your heart space and being in a love space gives you good health. Okay, it's a good vibration. You can have a wealth of knowledge. Okay, you can have a wealth of good emotional health, good mental health. Okay, but primarily this wealth reading, yes, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about your coins, right? So you're expanding your capacity to love and figuring out what it is you love to do, and whether it's at a job or whether it's you as an entrepreneur. The energy coming in is a place of innocence. And what I like about this card is because it says innocence, but I like to interpret it as in a humbleness. So when you're in the place where you're in the capacity to love, and then you have the innocence card, this is where you're in a place of, how can I serve? How can I serve those around me? How can I serve in my workspace? How can I serve in my entrepreneur space? How can I serve and make somebody's life better? How can I serve from my heart? Okay. So that's what this energy is that's coming in. So now that you're figuring out what it is that you love to do, you are, and some of you may be experiencing this already, and some of you are about to experience it, but you're getting in a place of service. You're in a place of truly being devoted to that which you love, all right? And some of you are at the beginning of, okay, what is it that I love? Just asking that question with the capacity to love, and that's okay. So the obstacle right now is sustenance, okay? Sustenance pretty much means allowing yourself to receive abundance, allowing yourself to enjoy abundance, allowing yourself to enjoy the things around you. As Sagittarius is, when it comes to your money, when you have a money flow, when you have your wealth flowing in a way that you like, and it allows you the freedoms that you like, it allows you to move how you want to do and do the things that you want to do, you kind of become obsessed and addicted to it. So sometimes, out of the place of fear, you will overwork, okay? Because you don't want to be restricted in your spending, and how your spending allows you to be free, okay? Freedom is very important to you as a Sagittarius, okay? And nothing's wrong with that. Sometimes people talk about it in a negative way, but nothing's wrong with that, because that's what you know about yourself, and that's what you love about yourself, and that's who makes you you, okay? But when you allow the fear to creep in, that fear of not having the freedom, that fear of not having the money or having the resources to allow you to continue to travel freely or buy freely or give freely, because you are very giving of your money and resources too, you are depriving yourself from enjoying the abundance, enjoying the blessings. You're not enjoying it to the fullest. Yes, you can do what you want at the last minute here and there or whatever, like, if your favorite If your car breaks down today, you know, as a Sag, y'all want to be able to go buy new cars today and keep moving about your business. And nothing's wrong with that, but you want to also enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay, so that's your obstacle. You're not allowing yourself to enjoy. Look at Ganesh and all these different fruits and different things around him. That's the fruits of the labor. Okay, that's the hard work that Ganesh put in planting the seeds and growing and nurturing the things. You planted the seeds of the hard work you're doing at work or as an entrepreneur, and now these are fruits of your labor. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Okay, I know that you see a goal and you want to be at that goal, and the thing is in your mind you think, okay, once I get here, then. But guess what? You've been saying once I get here, then I'll do such and such, or then I'll be able. You've been saying that for too long. You've been saying that for too long. You know why? Because once you get there, you set a new goal. And the goalpost keeps getting pushed back and back and back and back and back. Or things come up and you never get to the goalpost because you help a person here, help a person there. And nothing's wrong with that. Okay. But what it is sabotaging for you. Okay. You're not being able to truly enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right. So now these fruits of the labor are kind of sitting around rotten, getting rotten because you working so hard, you're doing other things you're not enjoying, taking the time to smell the coffee, taking the time to enjoy life. Okay, that is your obstacle, because what happens is your vibration, like I said with law of attraction, is what you attract. So yes, you are in a place where you open your heart and seeing how you can service others, but allow yourself to enjoy what you've created and enjoy how far you've come and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay, because when you don't allow yourself to enjoy the abundance or receive it, it's going to affect your vibration. You're going to start to wear down. You probably are feeling a little wear down, even though you're still seeing how you can serve people. You're probably already feeling a little wear down. You're probably feeling a little tired already. But that's not what life is just about. Life is for you to enjoy it too. So enjoy the fruits of your labor, because it's an obstacle. Because if you keep in this space, and some of you may have experiencing a blockage, or you know, it can affect your health. It can affect you from being able to work. Okay, it becomes an obstacle. And some of you might not even be there yet, but don't let yourself get there. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right. Ganesh is giving you the advice to have courage. Okay. Have the courage to step out of your comfort zone. And stepping out of your comfort zone is once going back to the obstacle sustenance and really allowing yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Have the courage to release fear. Okay. It takes, you see, the lion, it takes courage to deal with the fear. And, you know, of course, if you know that story of the Wizard of Oz, which is very symbolic, I want you to think of it in a symbolic way. The lion didn't have courage. The lion wanted to have courage. You know, lions are considered to be courageous, right? But he had a lot of fear, and the fear stopped him from being who he truly was meant to be. All right. He was missing out on the blessings and missing out the things around him because he made decisions out of fear. All right. Like I said, don't allow fear to have you to overwork. Okay. So much so that you're depriving yourself of enjoying your fruits of your labor. So have the courage, okay, to know that everything's going to work out. Have the courage to give to yourself and allow yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay. Have the courage, for those of you that's learning to open your heart. Have the courage to open your heart. Okay. Say a prayer, okay, about whatever it is that you're fearful about. And let me tell you something about fear. You don't move when fear goes away. You have the courage to move through the fear despite what fear is telling you. Okay, that's the thing about courage. People with courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is, I'm going to move in spite of the fear. I'm going to do it even though I'm fearful. I don't care that I'm fearful. I don't care what the energy is. I'm going to do it anyway. And what happens is each time that you move through fear, despite what fear is whispering in your ear, the voice of fear gets smaller, 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 and smaller, and the voice of courage begins to increase. Okay. So people that are courageous, people that are taking risks and putting things out there, it's not that they aren't fearful. They're just doing it despite the fear. They're doing it anyway. All right. If you're fearful of zip lining, you zip line anyway. You're fearful of jumping out of a plane, you jump out anyway. Every time you allow yourself to break through a fear, every time you allow yourself to push out of your comfort zone and do it in spite of the fear. You know, you're going through what Bob Proctor calls the terror barrier. And he says you should always be in a place where you're in a terror barrier. That means that you're growing. That means you're expanding. Okay, it means you're taking a risk. So it's easy to play it safe, especially when we're talking about a heart space and it's been heartbroken. It's easy to play it safe, but that's not how we grow. That's not how we expand. That's not how we become more of a service to others. That's not how we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. It takes courage. So Ganesh is coming here to tell you have courage, and in you doing all these things, yes, it's going to expand your money. It's going to expand it. Okay. So you may think like, how does all this have to do with my money? It all is, we are holistic beings, okay? To bring in wealth and bring in your money and finance is not just about, okay, let me make a business plan. Let me apply for a job. Let me do good in the interview. Let me find out what to do for the position. That's so very mundane and it's such in a box and restricted. And you as Sagittarius, I don't see you as restricted in boxes. You guys are free beings. You guys are doing things outside of the box. You guys take risk, okay? So use that courage to do that. And what happens is your outcome is divine support. Look at the receptivity of Ganesh. It's a surrender. It's a, my eyes are closed. I receive it from you, God. I know everything's there. It's a really open place. Ganesh's hands is open. Like, it's a beautiful place to have divine support. Okay. What happens is when you get to this place of divine support, you actually begin to work less physically. Okay. Because when you're in this place of divine support, like I said, you meet God in the heart. God is your divine support. And when I'm talking about God, I'm talking about the universe, whatever you call your creative being, the goddesses, whatever. You meet them in your heart. And you're in a place of expanding your capacity to love. So now you're going to be, the result is divine support. They're going to support you in all ways, forms, and fashions. So opening that heart space and meeting God there is a beautiful thing because now you don't have to work as much. Now you can just go into your heart and ask God what it is that you need to do next. That's you know how you call tech support and they walk you through how to fix something, or you call customer support and they service you as a customer. Going into your heart, you get to be divinely supported from the gods, from the goddesses, from your spirit guides, from all your spiritual support. And this is directly correlated to your money. And when you go into that heart space, whether it's through prayer, meditation, just stillness, they will divinely guide you. They will guide you. They will show you step by step what you need to do. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be overly emotionally involved. You don't have to overwork yourself. You actually be still and receive the messages like you see in this picture with Ganesh. So it's a beautiful place to be in. It's a blessing to be in. So go ahead and take the advice. Have the courage to do what you need to do. And allow yourself to continue to bask in this capacity of love and innocence, humble energy, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because as an outcome, divine support, I don't see anything better. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonates with you, please like the video and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Until next time.